Hey y'all, Stacy here. I'm so excited to share my very first haul and warm reviews of the Candle Nurse. As a quick reminder, I do use mostly 25-watt and up Scentsy warmers as I am a Scentsy consultant, and those warmers are on for about 15 hours a day. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and hit that notification bell. We have to start at the adorable package that this was sent in. It is as precious as any artisan vendor delivery that I have ever received. The thoughtfulness and care in the packaging and the cute theming throughout is on point and absolutely delightful. But the thing that I found the most impressive about this is that it arrived to me completely undamaged by the heat. So I live in a very hot place, and you can see here in the box, there is that wonderful lining that protects the wax, and there were also ice packs in here. And this is the first like artisan shop or vendor wax that I have received all summer that has not had any level of damage that I've had to contend with, which is pretty impressive to me. And so I'm very, very grateful for that. Just taking a quick look at the packaging, I do love that she includes the pour date here, as well as the blend composition with the notes. It's all very easy to read, but still beautiful. And she does use these cute little shapes. Everything is this gorgeous color of, I would guess, teal. Is that what this is, teal? I did weigh these out earlier before I started melting through them, and I think these were right at about 0.6 ounces a piece, but let's just take a little quick look at these remaining three. I think these shapes might be a little bit bigger. Um, Regardless, I used a single shape in each of three warmers in my space, and I found this to almost immediately throw when I was seated close to a warmer. However, when I walked about the space, I was a little bit concerned. It was a beautiful aromatic scent when I was up close to it, but I didn't feel like it was throwing in my space. However, within the first 30 minutes, it almost like magically appeared, and it really threw beautifully throughout the entire space. I really do recall at least one of the shapes that I measured being much closer to zero point 0.6, so I would say these are probably between zero point 0.6 and zero point 0.7 ounces each. But this scent was absolutely gorgeous. If it's a cellar, it's a very elegant and elevated cellar it's been renovated. It lists as mulled apples, fresh fig, rosy nuances of pink pepper, warm musk, and cedar wood. And this was such a warm and inviting fragrance. I would say it was a medium throw with a light aromatic quality. The next scent that I melted was this Ashes to Ashes, and it had the same quality. I did find that it needed about 30 minutes to build in the space, but when it did, it was a beautiful medium throw with a light aromatic quality. It's an excellently blended by the fireplace type, where you do pick up the nuance of the smoky vanilla and toasted marshmallow with just hints of that Palo Santo peeping through. Purple Pillow Palace is the scent that surprised me likely the most. It did not need that 30 minutes to really fill the space. It was pretty present, pretty fast, and it's very energetic and lively. The Beach After Dark, the lavender marshmallows, the iced vanilla woods, and the sweet lavender, I absolutely would believe they're there, but it's a very bright and energetic scent. So this would be more of an office lavender for me, not a bedroom lavender. Forgotten Cherry is anything but forgettable to me. This was such a delicious scent. I absolutely enjoyed it. I did not know what to expect from bitter almond, black cherry liqueur, jasmine, sambac, vanilla, tonka bean clove, cedar, patchouli, and vetiver. That's a lot of notes. But this is very well blended. It is an aromatic scent. It did take that same 30 minutes to kind of fill the space, but when it does, it's just this delicious, light, sweet, beautiful scent. This is Little Sis, and I was interested to melt this because by the scent notes, it's not likely one I would pick up. And I did find this lovely in my bathroom. I would be a little bit concerned with the earthy iris that it might be headache inducing for me, but that's just because of my, just me. But this was a lovely, feminine, perfumey scent. Now, this sample absolutely impressed me. This is Nita's Siren, and this was a glorious, almost aquatic seeming scent to me, with beautiful touches of kind of fruit and floral overtones. It's very hard to describe, but was absolutely gorgeous and will likely be in my next order. And I haven't had a chance to try this one at all, but the scent notes and its smell on cold sniff is absolutely delicious. It's creamy whipped vanilla with a hint of fruit, tonka bean, and sandalwood. So I'm excited to try that one out soon. The rest of these that came in my order, I haven't had the opportunity to melt because I am waiting for them. Just like with that sample, it was 717. I think this one also is 717. And so I want to wait until at least the middle of August to melt them. But I'm super excited to give this one a try. It's called Under Heaven or Hell. And on cold sniff, I can definitely pick up the creamy coconut, and the heliotrope doesn't seem at all overpowering or cloying. So I'm really excited to give that a try. Santal Royale is listed as smoke, amber, cocoa, vanilla, cedar, spices, musk, and sandalwood. Those sound like glorious notes, and on cold sniff, I can definitely pick up like a warm, kind of masculine scent. The cocoa is not like a chocolatey scent, but it's absolutely beautiful, and I tend to love fragrances like that, so I'm excited to give that one a try when it is ready. Next up, I have here Sweet Baby Bear. I had to give this a try because it's strawberry pound cake. It lists as blended with fire roasted marshmallows, Palo Santo, smoky vanilla embers, and pink sugar. And I can definitely pick up the pink sugar, which is exciting to me in this blend, and the other notes as well. But it's interesting to me already on cold sniff, so I'm excited to see how it cures. And next we have Winchester. This is just a beautiful on cold sniff Fraser fir. It does seem a little subdued, but I think that's probably the impact of the cream, and I'm excited to see how that develops on warm. That's that little heart shape I was telling you about. I'm going to just double check. Yes, see, and there's a star. So it looks like, I think there's maybe, most of them are going to end up being 0.67, and then the cute little star and heart might be just a little smaller, but they're definitely all over half an ounce. So I do think 1 to 2 per warmer is what I'm going to stick with. I do typically use 3 warmers in a space. I like to kind of spread my wax out. Look how cute. That's what I remember, the sweet little heart shape. I will say I've got really fairly long-lasting performance in the landscape of vendor wax. We have been having very humid weather when I was melting these, but for me, most of the time I got right at 8 hours before I experienced any sort of a dip. It did typically on most of them, except for the lavender fragrance. It took it a little bit of time. There we go. That's what I thought. So it's just about, 0.10 ounces smaller, the heart shape is. Um, because I felt like it was just over a half ounce. And then I was like, wait, it's almost 3/4 of an ounce. Those are really good sized shapes for me. I tend to like to be somewhere between a half ounce and 1.5 ounces per warmer. So I'm really enjoying exploring this new vendor. Have you tried the Candle Nurse? If so, what are your favorite fragrances? I'd love to know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I always appreciate hearing your feedback and what you're warming in your home. Let me know in the comments below.